Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Tune English. I'm Emma, and I'm here with my good friend Jack. We're really happy you're spending some time with us today.
Hello, Emma. Hello, everyone. It's great to be back. I'm feeling relaxed and ready to talk.
That's perfect, because today's topic is something very familiar, very simple, and very useful for everyday English.
Yes, we're talking about our homes.
Exactly, the place where we live, rest, eat, sleep, and sometimes talk to ourselves when no one is listening.
I do that a lot. Sometimes I even answer myself.
I think many people do, and that's why this topic is great for English learners. Everyone has a home, and everyone can talk about it.
You don't need difficult grammar or big words. Simple English is enough.
Absolutely. So while you're listening, try to think about your own home. Imagine it in your mind.
Emma, just thinking about my sofa already makes me feel comfortable.
That's a good sign. Okay, Jack, let's start very simply. Where do you live? Do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in an apartment. It's not very big, but it's not tiny either. I like to say it's a comfortable size.
Comfortable size sounds very positive.
Yes, it sounds much better than saying small.
I agree. Is your apartment in the city or outside the city?
It's in the city, quite close to the center actually. I can walk to many places, like shops and cafes.
That's very convenient. Do you live on a high floor?
I live on the 5th floor.
Fifth floor. Do you use the stairs or the elevator?
We have an elevator, thank goodness. If I had to walk up 5 floors every day, I would be very strong, but also very tired.
That would be your free daily exercise.
Exactly. What about you, Emma? Do you live in an apartment too?
No, I live in a small house.
A house? That already sounds nice.
It is nice. It's not a big house, but it has something I really love.
Let me guess. A garden?
Yes, a small garden.
I knew it. People with gardens always sound a little happier.
Maybe that's true. I have some flowers and a small tree. When I feel tired, I sit outside and just breathe.
That sounds very peaceful. My apartment is, how can I say it, not very quiet.
Is it because you live near a busy street?
Yes, exactly. There are cars, buses, and people talking loudly on their phones.
That kind of noise can be tiring.
It can be, but I'm used to it now. At night, it's usually quieter.
That's good. Now let's go inside our homes. When you open the door to your apartment, what is the first room you see?
The living room. When I open the door, I'm already in the living room.
The living room is an important place. That's where people relax.
Yes, I relax there, watch TV, and sometimes fall asleep on the sofa.
That happens very naturally.
Yes, I never plan to sleep there. It just happens.
Can you describe your living room for us?
Sure, I have a large sofa. It's gray and very soft.
Soft sofas are dangerous. You sit down for 1 minute and suddenly it's 2 hours later.
That is very true. I also have a TV on the wall and a small table in front of the sofa.
A coffee table.
Yes, a coffee table. That's where I put my coffee, my phone, and sometimes snacks.
Snacks always find their way to the coffee table.
Always. What about your living room, Emma?
Mine is quite cozy. I have a blue sofa and a big armchair next to the window.
An armchair next to the window sounds perfect for reading.
It really is. I sit there with a book and sometimes I don't even read. I just look outside.
That still sounds very peaceful.
I also have some plants in my living room. They make the room feel fresh.
How many plants do you have?
Enough to remind me every day that plants need water.
Do you always remember to water them?
Most of the time. Sometimes they look a little sad, and then I remember.
My plants don't look sad anymore. I think they've accepted their life.
Poor plants.
Okay, from the living room, let's talk about another very important place, the kitchen.
Ah, yes, the kitchen. The room where food is made and sometimes ruined.
That's true. Is your kitchen big?
It's quite big. I have a round table in the middle of the room.
A round table is nice. It feels warm and friendly.
Yes, and sometimes it shows how messy cooking can be.
Is your kitchen usually tidy or messy?
Usually tidy, but after a big meal, it looks very messy.
I understand that very well.
Now that we've talked about the living room and the kitchen, let's move on to another very important room in every home.
The bathroom?
Yes, the bathroom. A small room, but a very important one.
Absolutely. Every home needs a bathroom, no matter how big or small it is.
In my house, the bathroom is simple but clean. I have a shower, a sink, and a mirror.
You don't have a bathtub?
No, I don't. I prefer showers. They're quick and easy, especially in the morning.
That makes sense. In my apartment, I also have a shower.
Showers are very practical.
Yes, and I like hot showers after a long day. It helps me relax.
I understand that feeling. A warm shower can change your mood completely.
Exactly. And my bathroom is quite small, but it's very tidy.
Tidy bathrooms are important. No one likes a messy bathroom.
Very true. I clean it every weekend.
That's a good habit. Now, let's talk about another room where we spend a lot of time, especially at night.
The bedroom.
Yes, the bedroom, the place for sleeping and resting.
My bedroom is my favorite room in my apartment.
Really? Why is that?
Because it's quiet and it feels very personal.
That's a good way to describe it. Can you tell us what your bedroom looks like?
Sure. The walls are light blue, and I have a double bed in the center of the room.
Blue is a very relaxing color.
Yes, I think so too. My bed is very soft, and I have 2 big pillows.
Pillows are very important for good sleep.
I agree. I also have a small bedside table next to my bed.
What do you keep on your bedside table?
My phone, a book, and a small lamp.
A lamp is very useful. I don't like bright light in the bedroom.
Me neither. Soft light helps me relax before sleeping.
In my bedroom, I also have soft light. It makes the room feel calm and comfortable.
Do you have a wardrobe in your bedroom?
Yes, I do. It's where I keep my clothes.
Is it organized?
Let's just say I try my best.
I understand that. My wardrobe is very full. I have too many clothes.
Many people have that problem. We keep clothes we don't wear anymore.
Exactly. We always say, maybe I will wear it one day.
And that day never comes.
Never.
What about the floor in your bedroom? Do you have carpet or wood?
I have carpet in my bedroom. It's warm, especially in winter.
That's nice. In my house, I have wooden floors, but I also have a rug.
A rug makes the room feel warmer.
Yes, and it's nice to walk on in the morning.
Cold floors in the morning are not fun.
Very true. Now, let's talk about something many apartment homes have.
The balcony.
Yes, the balcony. Do you have one?
I do. It's small, but I like it.
What do you usually do there?
In the morning, I stand there with my coffee and look at the city.
That sounds very relaxing.
It is. I can see people walking, cars passing by, and other buildings.
I like that. In my house, I don't have a balcony, but I have a garden.
The garden wins again.
Maybe. I sit outside on a chair and listen to the birds.
That sounds very peaceful.
It is, but both are nice in different ways.
I agree. A balcony and a garden are both special places.
Home is not about how big the place is.
It's about how you feel there.
Exactly. Feeling safe and comfortable is the most important thing.
And having a place to relax at the end of the day.
That's right.
Talking about our homes like this makes me want to go home and rest.
Me too.
I'm already thinking about my sofa and my coffee.
That sounds like a perfect plan.
It really does.
After talking about all these rooms, I think it's clear that every home has its own feeling.
Yes, even if two homes look the same, they never feel exactly the same.
That's true. A home is not just walls and furniture, it's about daily life.
It's where small habits happen every day.
For example, in the morning, what is the first thing you do when you wake up at home, Jack?
The first thing, I usually sit on the bed for a moment and try to wake my brain up.
That moment when your body is awake, but your mind is still sleeping.
Exactly. Then I go to the kitchen to make coffee.
Coffee sounds like a very important part of your home routine.
It is. My home feels incomplete without coffee in the morning.
I understand that. For me, mornings at home are very quiet. I open the window and let fresh air in.
That sounds peaceful.
It is. I like starting the day slowly, especially at home.
I think that's one of the best things about being at home. You can move at your own speed.
Exactly. You don't need to rush if you don't want to.
And in the evening, home feels different again.
Yes, evenings are special. After a long day, home feels warm and safe.
In the evening, I usually sit in my living room and watch something relaxing.
Let me guess, you sit on the sofa again.
Of course, the sofa is my best friend.
That sofa is working very hard.
It really is. What about your evenings at home, Emma?
In the evening, I like to tidy up a little. Nothing big, just small things.
That makes the home feel calm.
Yes, when things are tidy, my mind feels tidy too.
I like that idea. A tidy home helps you relax.
Exactly. And sometimes I light a small lamp instead of the main light.
Soft light again. You really like that.
I do. Bright lights feel too busy for me at night.
I agree. Soft light makes home feel more comfortable.
That's why describing your home in English is so useful. You're not just learning words, you're learning how to talk about your life.
Yes, real life English. The English you actually use.
Let's help our listeners a little. Jack, if someone asks you, what is your favorite room in your home? What would you say?
I would say my living room.
And why?
Because it's where I relax the most. I sit on the sofa, drink coffee, and feel comfortable.
That's a great, simple answer.
No difficult words, just honest words.
Exactly. And for me, my favorite place is the garden.
Of course it is.
I know, I talk about it a lot, but it helps me feel calm and connected to nature.
That's a very nice way to describe it.
And listeners can do the same. You don't need long sentences.
You can say, I like my bedroom because it's quiet, or I like my kitchen because I love cooking.
Simple sentences are powerful.
Yes, especially for beginners.
Another good thing to talk about is how your home makes you feel.
Feelings are important.
You can say, my home makes me feel relaxed, or my home makes me feel happy.
Or even, my home is small, but I like it.
That's a very natural sentence.
Emma, do you think people sometimes worry too much about their English when they speak?
Yes, I think so. Many people think their English must be perfect.
But it doesn't.
Exactly. Communication is more important than perfection.
And talking about familiar things like your home makes it easier.
That's why we chose this topic today.
A topic that feels safe and comfortable, just like home.
I love that idea. Learning English should feel comfortable too.
Not stressful.
Yes, step by step, little by little.
And practice whenever you can, even when you're at home.
You can look around and name things in English.
Sofa, table, chair, window.
Exactly. Turn your home into your English classroom.
That's a great idea.
Before we finish, let's ask our listeners a simple question.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you.
Do you live in a house or an apartment?
And what is your favorite room in your home?
You can write a short comment. Just 1 or 2 sentences is enough.
It's great practice, and we really enjoy reading your comments.
And if you enjoyed this conversation, please remember to like and subscribe to TalkTune English.
It helps us continue making relaxed, real-life English conversations for you.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
We hope you feel comfortable, relaxed, and confident using English at home.
Until next time, take care and enjoy your home.
Bye, everyone, and see you in the next episode of TalkTune English.